Alright, for tonight's meal, I am going to make a dish that I made up pretty much, and it's just called Yummy Dish. And I've got I'll show you in a minute, but I've got my beef, 1 pound of beef going, and I've got my potatoes boiling or starting to boil. And to my beef, I'm going to add this Kinder's wood-fired garlic. And then I'm also going to add some smoked paprika. And there go my potatoes starting to boil. I usually boil my potatoes for about 15 to 20 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and go 20 since they're just starting to boil, and I want to make sure that they're nice and tender. And I didn't tell you, but this is about three pretty decent sized russet potatoes, just so you know the amount. While I'm waiting on my potatoes to boil or to be finished boiling, I'm going to take this pint-sized jar of tomatoes that I canned over the summer, and I am going to drain them and pour them into my ground beef. On second thought, I'm going to take my chances and just not even drain them. It can't hurt to have a little bit of a little extra juice in the recipe, and plus I don't remember if I normally drain them or not, so I'm going to leave the juice. And when I can tomatoes, this is just a side note, I can them the easy way. I don't take the seeds out and I don't skin them. I just put them in, I just cut them up and leave the seeds, leave the skin. It's easy, and the skin and the seeds don't bother any of us. Y'all tell me, do you do this trick where you put the wooden spoon over your boiling pot to keep it from boiling over? I think it works. Alright, I'm going to do 3 things. I'm going to preheat my oven for 350. I'm going to make sure my potatoes are done by sticking a fork in them. They are. And I am going to drain the water off my potatoes. And then when I come back, I will show you my mashed potato recipe. Okay, I'm going to get my butter. I'll use anywhere from 1/2 to 3/4 of a cup of butter. And I like to put sour cream into my mashed potatoes, and I'll try to figure out about how much of that I put in. I'm going to let my butter melt some before I start to mash my potatoes. And I'm going to use this nifty little thing here to mash my potatoes. Butter is melted. Let's add in the sour cream. Okay, there's one big dollop with this big giant serving spoon. And there's 2. I'm going to add some more. There's 3. That looks about right. Let me stir that in and see how that looks. And that looks perfect. Now let's add in our seasonings. I'm going to do some Lawry's seasoned salt and some fresh ground black pepper. I don't know how much. I just usually add some, taste it, and then just get it to where I like the taste of it. Alright, I'm going to put my mashed potatoes in my casserole dish. Sorry, I got a little black pepper down my throat. And just spread those out. Now I'm going to pour my meat and tomato mixture on top. And I'll show you what it looks like. And last, we're going to add the cheese. You can use any kind of cheese that you would like. I'm just going to go ahead and use this Colby and Monterey Jack because it's already shredded and it makes it very easy. Now we're going to pop it into our oven that has been preheated to 350 degrees, and we're going to let this cook for about 20 minutes. Okay, while we are waiting for our yummy dish to cook, I'm going to show you how to have some really good southern green beans. The secret to some really good southern green beans is bacon grease. I did about 3 heaping tablespoons to the 2 pint jars of green beans. And I just love this stuff. So I'm going to add some of this to my green beans. And once again, I don't measure. I just sprinkle some in. And if they taste good, then I leave it at that. If they need more, then I add more.